He's pointing over here. His ball is going here. That's left. And like I say, every one of them are like that. His ball's going this way. See, there's the face. His elbow is there.
Is this the shoulders being right on line? Is that probably why he's considered?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Technically the best.
I think the whole part of his swing is outstanding. I mean, it's just well, this doesn't show you too much, but I mean, here, see, he has a big shoulder turn. He has no hip motion. Now the shoulders are full. The hips have been pulled. He is wide. Look how far the club head is from the ball there. Clear up out of the frame of the picture. Follow me? Mm-hmm. That's why he can hit the ball with not. It doesn't look like the swing's hard enough to hit it 100 yards.
Right.
But see, it's such a tremendous action there. Now, as he starts down here, you get into these pictures here. You know, there again, his shoulders are pretty much on the line, or they're a little left here because the ball's gone. But see, see, there's some pictures missing between here and here to really get a good view of it. But again, there he is. See his shoulders. The ball's going this way. His elbow is to the left. Look how his left elbow is turned in, with his hip to the left, way left, way left. Look at his elbow right above his left hip here. See, those are things that I think you have to work on. I mean, those are the things that are going to make you a good player. And you develop your own feels. See, look at these guys. They look like they're broken down, but really the club is pretty much centered between their arms. And see, if you don't have a perfect angle, pictures can be a little bit deceiving. But see this right here? See this picture there? Mm-hmm. See, I mean, his hold that book. You can see his left hand is in that position there.
Right.
And his right hand, see that? I mean, that's centered.
Mm-hmm.
He's not this way. See how? See, his right hand is not down there. You can see his right hand is straight right up here on top. See, he's in that position right there. Now that comes from rotating the left arm.
Yeah, same thing right up here. It looks like the same picture. Mm-hmm. It's all just turned over.
Mm-hmm. See, some of these views, now I don't understand. I mean, to me, that doesn't show me too much.
What's in this one?
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
maybe they're just.
I'm kind of like Harvey Pinnick. I've never looked at a golf swing from that angle, so I don't know. That's kind of the way I am from that upper view, or that top view. I've never looked at one from there. But you see, that's, I mean, all you're trying to do, get set here. All you're trying to do is you're going to set to the top here with a 90-degree turn and let's turn here. Now you're going to lead out. You're going to return to here. You're going to return to there. That's going to happen like that. Now you're centered. See, what's going to happen? You're going to come from here, and this might be where you're getting messed up a little bit. So you've got to get more rotation there. So you need to rotate maybe more with your left arm to get the club coming. See, now the club's coming from back there. That's where Faldo is. Remember that picture I showed you? The club's way up here. Well, if you work this way to hit it, the club's never going to catch up. Right. See, you've got to, that's got to come under. See, now you're in business. See, the ball is down here. Okay. Turn your feet and face towards dog. Just straight. See, and you're way off I mean, you're way a long ways from the ball, and you're already on. You're already on line.
This is what you.
Yes, you bet. That's no good. Yeah. All right, look here. Oh, excuse me.
That's all right.
Look here.
I had to swing.
All right, now see, it looks like he's in this position here.
Right.
All right. Now, that's a long ways from the ball. But now look at the next picture, which there's some big, look how, see, he has no longer maintained this position here to hit the ball. Look at, that's happened. See, so what I'm saying is from this picture right here, wherever that happens in a person's swing, the next move is there, which is what he has right there. See the right hand?
Mm-hmm.
The only way, that does not happen by the club traveling this way. It happens by the rotation of this, back towards the body, elbow towards the hip. See, there's my line, and I'm not even to the ball. Now, Nicholas does it very early. More earlier. See, he is longer in this angle than Nicholas is. Watson comes out of here. He's fast, so he's awful fast. So it's hard to say in pictures. But see, that's what's got to happen. That turns under. Right there. Boom. And you know that deal you showed the doc had about Watson says he does this.
Mm-hmm.
That's what gets him from here to there. Supination, whatever. And see, I think you get hung his way sometimes, and then you want to go in there to straighten it instead of up the line. I think you need more rotation in your left arm. How, I don't know. You know, I mean, there's all kinds of answers. You got to find them.
Is this the best angle to see that from? Maybe from
Yeah,
here?
probably. Yeah, I'd say straight on.
Probably straight on.
Lean back there. Don't worry about your hand. Turn that. Let this happen. Yeah, it's it. Don't point it. Just let it come. See, if you rotate the left arm, if you do that, try to hit a couple balls just doing that right there. That's it exactly. Right there. That's it exactly. Just try to hit a couple balls doing that. Just make your left arm. Hit it all left arm. Turn it. What'd that feel like?
Feels weird.
See, now that was a pretty good shot. You see how the ball stayed down?
Yeah.
And it should have felt like you had spin all on that ball. Just try to do that right there. Just try to make that left arm just turn over like that. Just hit it by turn it over. Now just turn your left, turn it. So you'd think you'd hook the hell out of it,
Right.
but you don't.
Well, that's why those pictures that I've always found kind of misleading is because afterwards they're like in this position.
Yeah, but see, but what they're in this position here, they're still centered. See, that's what they're saying. That's what they say in a couple of those pictures is don't let the crossover fool you. See, people think you cross over like this. That's a hook. Look at that. They don't cross over. They cross over like this. The club is still pointed back towards their body.
Can you run that by one more time?
Okay? They don't cross over like this. That's what people think they do. Look how the right hand is this way. And you look at this picture here of Nick Price. Look at his right hand here. See, it's not this way. It's this way. See how straight it is? It's straight in there. So what I'm saying is they don't cross over like that. They cross over like this. See, the point is that's right in front of me.
Right.
Where if I cross over like that, now I've hooked it. Okay, that's what you think. So the way you stop the right from extending this way is by keeping the left. See, when the left goes like that, the right cannot extend.
Okay.
See, when the left stops and the grip or the butt backs up, then the right can break down like that. That's why I'm saying you got to turn the left arm. That's why I'm saying you got to turn. Now, maybe these guys say you turn your left arm or not. Some of them might say that, some of them might not. It all depends. It all depends on what they feel. Yeah, that's what's got to happen. Right there. There's what you want, right there. That's square. That's square. Right there, that's square. Whenever this left hand and this is up, like that, that's square. Now there's a hook. Because your palm's facing here and your bicep or your forearm is there.
And this
That's straight.
Okay.
That's straight. You bet. See, some people say they turn their left arm, but they definitely do. That's why that crossover is misleading. People just say, oh, look at his hands, his arms have crossed over. Well, when I'm doing this, see, from Doc, it looks like my right arm is on top of my left, but from you, it's not.
Right. Okay.
See, it's not. Now my right arm is on top of my left. I've broken down here. But I take the breakdown out. Now it's not broken down. So you got to see that. I think you're having problems with that, which is fine. I mean, don't worry about it. I mean, that's fine. But it's just just get back there and just hit the turn. You had to break down that time because the ball hooked.
Left.
Yes, sir. You had to cup the left wrist. That's what you want right there. Turn that left arm. Right. Turn your body. Turn it. See, that should have felt like it was all over the face of the club.
Why did it go so high?
I think you hit it fat, didn't you? You hit the ball on the ground at the same time. I don't think you hit the ball first. It sounded like you hit it heavy. I can't watch you in the contact, but it sounded like you hit the ground off the part that time. That's when you hit the ground, the ball at the same time, the ball's going to kick off. Too fast. Now, remember, don't try to come down so fast. You don't have to swing down fast. You got to turn your arm. The act is to turn the arm. That will bring the club on. You're trying to get down there too quickly. Just turn the arm. Turn that left arm. Turn that left elbow right back into your body. Turn it in. What'd that feel like?
Shit.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. It feels real weak. That one did. It's just. It feels like those pictures, like it's really out of sync. Does that make? I don't know if that makes sense.
It might be.
It probably will feel that way.
But can you feel your arms turning?
Well,
can you feel your elbows heading back into your body?
I'm having a real hard time feeling this thing rotate over.
Okay. Well, hit a few more and try. Turn your elbows back into your body. And just turn them back in. Did you feel that one? See, they look like they turned in.
Yeah, I didn't feel it.
Okay.
What I'm trying to do right now is maybe turning them in a little bit before I even take the club back. Does that sound reasonable?
That would be fine.
Okay.
I think the more you do that, the better it's going to be.
That one felt good.
See, that one, I think what made that one good was that you made that rotation in and you had already moved with your body first, so you timed that swing. The other ones, I think, are just, you're doing all arms. That one, I think you got the body out in front of you, and boy, you snap the club right back. When you hit the ball, Jay, you got to be right back to there. Look at the elbow. Got to be to there. They're all right there, every one of them. So you've got to be moving with the body and turn the arms back in front of you. And just turn those elbows or squeeze your biceps into your chest. That should have been good too.
Well, they're coming off a lot better.
Oh, that's the way they hit the ball, I'm telling you. That's why they get so much spin on it. Hips will swing. Just get it back there nice and just turn them back in. See that one, the ball kicked up in the air because I think you hit the ground and the ball at the same time. Okay. That's what kicked it up. It looked like a pretty good shot to me.
It's not a shot that's going to kill me, but
no, it just wasn't real crisp. That one's not going down. You know, when you turn them in. That was pretty good there. Get the club back there in position. See, this is what is going to bring what brings the club forward is this rotation. See, when you are rotating, you don't have to have a lot of motion towards the target with your arms. You just turn. Your body should be whipping you, and your arms should be turning in. It's Let them turn in. You don't have to hurry. Up. Close in there. Turn. Up. Up. Yeah, right up there. Up. You have like that crisis right hand right there. Make it go right up the line. Boom, right there. There you go. Make that whip hit the ball. Leading with the body first. What'd that feel like?
All right.
Looked like you went up a little bit better that time.
Yeah, it wasn't real solidly hit.
Okay, but see, what I'm saying is, it looked like your right hand went this way.
And you want that up motion.
Oh, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna.
I can relate
You feel
to that.
that?
Motion.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Good. That's what so much of it is getting, just turn them and make it go up. See, I like that. See, it looked like you had a tremendous amount of speed, a tremendous amount of acceleration from like here to like right up here. And that's where you want it. Just get her back there. Just turn it up. I think that's great. Those sound awful flat to me, Club against the back of the ball. To where, remember how we talked that you had to go left to, you had to kind of swing left to save the shot,
right.
Going to the right. See, now those balls there look like you're right up the line, and the wind's not going to blow those balls off line. Just make it go right up that line, right up that, you bet, right up that line. Rotate right up that line. Lead with the body first, make your turn. All right, now see, it looked to me like you got pulled down here that time, and you stabbed it with the right hand.
Right.
That's what it looked like to me.
I felt like this was getting behind, so I kind of threw it down real quick.
Tried to correct it. See, that's a lack of rotation. That's a pulling. That's what I call pulling towards the target to hit the ball. You don't want to do that. You want to turn. You don't have to pull to the target. If you pull to the target, you're going to get in trouble. You just turn. See, let me put it this way. The club is pulled, obviously, by those pictures. You're pulled towards the target. You don't do it with your arms. You do it because you're turning your left side. That's what pulls you down. See, that's why those guys are so quiet. See, they're not doing this like it looks in these pictures. They're turning it. It's being pulled this way. They're still maintaining this. They're not doing that and getting a separation.
Okay.
See, the pulling has to be done. Look how his left arm is right against his chest there. See, that's what I'm saying. See, if he was pulling, he'd be out here somewhere.
Right.
But he's not. Look how that's against his chest. See, that's really in. See, that left arm is in here. It can't get in here. And see how his right hand is this way? Mm-hmm. All right. That last ball that you hit, or the ball that you hit that we're talking about, see, you were this way, and your right hand was that way.
Right.
You should have felt that.
Yeah.
See, he's not anywhere as close to that. That's because this didn't come out. See, look at my right hand. I have this little. See, now I have power to push. Now I don't. I've shot my wad a long time ago. And that's exactly what you did, right into the ground like that. You follow me?
Right. I remember reading in the Homer Kelly book about maintaining that right wrist cock.
Yes, sir. It stays in there. It never, when it hyperextends, it does it because you pulled towards the target, because your arms have moved laterally to the target instead of rotating. That's what makes it happen. And that's when most people miss their shot, because they get up here to the top of their backswing, they get anxious, and they pull down to try to help the damn thing. You follow me? That's why you develop this turning of the body, and this turns right in with it. Then you eliminate, the right hand will not hit. The right hand will not hit and cross over. or hit and slap. What makes that was good there. What makes the right hand hit is pulling with the left.
What makes the right hand hit?
Slap. That poorly.
Okay.
Just
okay.
pulling down because it knows. Well, it knows you're gonna hit it over there.
So I've got to
So
compensate
it
by
tells
throwing it
your
down
mind
there.
tells you to do something.
So I mean, if I do make a mistake and I start pulling too hard, it's not bad that my right hand is kicking in there, but
No,
it's not a move.
that's what should happen.
Right.
But that's not the way to hit the ball because that's why you splatter the ground. Like
Right.
that. Just rotate the arms. Get her back there, leave the club back there, turn them. So you want to, that was pretty good there. See, what you got to do, Jay, you got to get that body out in front of you a little bit better and then boom, just turn those arms right in. You want to get those elbows back in front of you. This position here, through the ball.
Okay, so I
Club
want to get my
going up
body
the
out
line.
in front of me more. What does that mean?
Well, you got to turn first with that lower body.
Okay.
Get the turn. Get the turn. Just get it to work. Just turn left and then pound it. I don't want you, you're not out here trying to hit it easy. You're out here to turn and then hit. Or turn and then rotate the arms. That'll supply the bench. So, you got to feel that maybe you want to be in this position, or maybe off the line, whatever. See, that's what you got to develop. You want to get this position right there. You want to get that position. Well, I'm not talking about away from my body. I'm talking about like that. That's got to be up. That's got to be like that. Something like that. That's what you want to develop. Boom. You want to feel it. Maybe you do it with your right. Maybe you do it with your left. Who knows? That's individual. Set the body and then rotate it. Rotate the arm.
Is that at all closer?
Yes, definitely. See, because you're not swinging to the left as much. Remember how I told you last time, or time, whatever, that you're over here so much?
Mm-hmm.
See, you're now coming up this way.
Okay.
When you're in this position here, you have to be closer, because that's where those guys are.
Okay.
You follow me?
Right.
Yes, that's definitely closer. And see, the ball is that you're not having any tendency at all to lose the ball to the right.
Right. I would agree with that.
Because you're smacking up against it, see? Yes, it's 1,000% better, huh? 1,000% better. Just turn hard and then fire it up. Fire it up that line. See, that ball's not going right. It's a little pushed a little to the right, I think. But it's not working this way. Just turn it to the left. Plus it right up that line. Make that, whoops. Here. Make that club. Bam. Right up there. Just rotate it up there. That looks strong up the line.
Ball's going left.
Well, you had to break down to get a little bit better body turn.
Okay.
Make the arms go up there. Take it out by turning the body to the left a little better. Getting that position of the hips farther left and the shoulders more down the line.
That would go pretty good.
Remember, again, every one of those guys have their shoulders on the line, their hips to the left, and their left elbow to the left. Remember I showed you that in the
Right.
picture? That's what you got to do. Like that, right there. See, the more, when you put it like that against that pipe, and the harder you turn this way, the more this just gets stronger, right here. The more this part of the arm gets stronger. The harder you push or pull with that hip, the more that comes up.
Okay.
Do it. Feel it. Put it against that pipe. Now just turn the hip. Feel this coming up?
Mm-hmm.
That's where Hogan says the left wrist bone becomes raised. Because not because of he turns his arm up like that, but because he turns to the left so hard. Harder he turns left, Trevino. Harder they turn left, the more this comes up, the less it's going to go to the left. Try hooking it from there. You can't hook it from there.
Yeah.
You'll never hook a shot from right there. The only way you can hook is if that goes down. Now you can hook. Follow me?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it right there. I mean, that's, see, now we got to just, or you got to get those feelings to make that happen. Those are your principles to play golf. And every one of these guys, these pictures do that. They all have different looking swings. I mean, Freddie Couple swings doesn't look like that glove. My personal deal is I like Faldo swing. You know, I mean it's simpler than Couples swing. Our prices. I didn't like that one. See, looked to me like you had a lot of arm speed this way. I don't think you got up against the back of the ball. I think you cuffed it. Give yourself that pause at the top. Give yourself a chance to let that body get out in front and then square that club up. Got to have a little quieter transition. That looked like it had extension up the line.
Yeah, the impact was okay. It feels so, in transition, it just feels
Fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, see, one thing's going to stop that is you practice it. You got to trust it, see? And the more you're going to do this, Jay, your transition will get better because the way you get the club head down there faster is by turning the arm, not by pulling the club back. See? The way you got it down there was working hard and swinging to the left. And the way a good player gets it down there is by rotating the arms. The more confidence you get in it, the quieter you're going to be up here because you have less to do.
Okay.
See, the way you swung, you pulled down hard with power and you swung to the left for direction. What a good player does is they just stay right on it and just rotate right back. They have less to do. They have less to do. And that's obvious from those pictures. They have less to do. They don't swing to the left to stop it from going right. Just set it easy, turn. Now that looked perfect. See, that looked quieter. That looked like you hit back here, boom. Looked like you had more of this look to you.
Okay.
The club was out here better instead of there, instead of this way. That's what I would think. That's the appearance of that swing to me. Just move nice and hard and just turn it. Maybe you slapped a little with the right. See, again, this way, slap with the right. That's why the club went left, the butt went to the left. See, their butts of their clubs do not go left. They go back at them. That time, I think the butt of your club was here.
Okay.
And then you did this to stop it from going into the fence. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
See, the butt of their club, come take a look at this. There's Faldo. The butt of his club is pointing this way. In your swing, what I'm saying is you had the butt of your club, and that swing where you hit the ball like that. What I'm saying is the butt of your club was this way, like that. And I'm saying the butt of his club is like this. That's what you have to get. That. You're used to doing this. That's why you hit them out of the toe and off. There's where you want it. Right through here, it's got to be pointing there. That's what you got to work with. That was great. See how the butt of the club was right here? That was great. this position that you're going to grip the club with the left hand. There's what you want right there. Now, you're going to be this way, but there's what you want right there. Put the right hand on. Now just go up with the right hand. Perfect. See that arc? Feel that arc? There's where you want. Now grip the club again with the left hand. When you get in trouble, there you're in trouble. You're in trouble. See, your good swings, you don't have this angle down here. You have that angle. It looks like, you know, and that's what makes you look wide. Now you can, it's very easy to get that position, see? When you stay down here, you know, when you're down in here, you got problems. So you should be there.
Okay.
So you got to make it turn earlier. That's the key. Make it turn earlier. Where'd that go?
A little left.
Get a little better turn through the ball with the bottom. That's all. Arm looked pretty good that day. See, it's hard for me to watch that arm.
It's hard for me to feel that, right?
Well, you got to keep doing it. Turn it.
What the? What was that? Danny, did you see that ball fly?
Probably the ball. Okay, yeah, range ball.
Now.
Yeah, I think you see how they swing that thing? Did you feel that at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
And that time I didn't compensate by doing that. And
Okay, and they went to the right. Yeah. The objective is to get the butt of that club back at your body, or there you go, get it back at your body early. And you do it by rotating, not like a lot of people think, flipping the wrist at it. It's not flipping the wrist at it. Just like you don't putt like that. And just turn it early, and turn it. See, I like that. So you hook that ball a little bit because you just had more arm swing than you had body turn.
Okay.
That ball should have really felt good. Huh? Oh, that was really nice there. I think the more you move up that way, the better you're going to be. I'm running a little bit late because we had a rain shower. No, I get in the building. That looked perfect.
I understand what you're saying now. For me, I'm just gonna.
You got to get, yeah, you see, you have to know what you do with your left hand, with your right hand, with your elbows, or what. And you're going to ask, you ask all those guys in that book there, they'd probably all give you different answers.
Right.
But they all definitely have the butt of the club this way. See? And when you hide it in here like this, you got to go left. And that's, I hope you can realize that's what you were doing.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah, and that's just, it lets the reason why it'll never work is because the ball is sliding across the face all
Right.
the time. This way, it's flushing up against the face, and it's making it climb the face, which then the face of the club, the loft, and the grooves work. You know, some people say the grooves don't work, but if nothing else, the loft of the club works because it's pushing the club up, pushing the ball up the club face instead of letting it slide off the club face. If they wanted it to slide off the club face, they'd engineer the clubs where you just swung at it and it'd slide up the face. So you want it to go up that, or slide across the face. And the only way is to get, when you go through it, you got to have that butt pointing this way. And this is the angle. This is what the left arm has to look at. Anytime the left arm is in here, you're in trouble. You got to be this way. You got to be this way. You got to be this way. See, and to have a good backswing, the right arm has to be this way.
Right.
Now, you don't necessarily have to do it on the backswing, obviously, because Jack Nicklaus was this way. But you know how he corrected up there. See, you can't correct down there. That's why you can make all good players, when you really look at good players that have different swings, Freddie Couples, they all make the mistake in the backswing because they have time to change it. You don't see nobody down here with it funny. You don't see these guys down here in this position.
Right.
Not one of those guys. They all got different swings. make a mistake on the backswing, you cannot make a mistake on the downswing or fall. And they don't. And that's a common term. Everybody says, oh, from here to here, they all look the same. Well, they do. It's the only way you can look. It's the only way you can look, you know. It's just, they look different other places. Arnold Palmer looks different up here. But he looks just like Nick Faldo down here. Or used to. Get old and broken up, you know, your body can't do what's right. Turn your arms. Okay, now see, that was looked to me like in an effort to turn your arms, you never move the body. You just, you're going to work that out when you can concentrate. All I want you to do, Jay, is have that idea of where you have to get to. You've got to get out of this and into that if you're going to be a good player.
If I keep working to get into working up the line, you think I'll be okay?
Yes, sir. You'll learn to do it, okay. and you'll learn you'll learn how you do it, and it only is important to you. Because, like I said, each one of those guys will probably give you a different answer. That looked pretty good. Sounded a little fattish, but that looked pretty good.
Stabbing at it.
Mm-hmm. And when you stab, it's because you hold here too long.
Okay.
You got to release. You cannot release too early after you move to the left side. If you start to the left side, your arms cannot turn too much.
Is that how most of the good players, they get a real, even divot on the practice tee? So
Exactly.
That's one thing I've never...
They're wide.
Right.
They're wide. Their club is this way, way out here. And it's this way here, which makes it wide. See, they're wide. They're very wide. When you're pulling, you're sharp.
I see. Okay.
That's why you take too much damage. See, if you get up here, yeah. See, now you're wide. You can't take a damage. Now, just stop here. Give me your left hand. Now you put your left hand in this position here. Mm-hmm. See? Now again, drop the club. Rip it. Now you're wide again. See? But when you make this move here, when you come down to here, and you're in this position here, and over here, you're in that position.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The only way that you can get it into the ground is, or hit the ball, is sharp.
Right.
But see, when you go from here, and the butt goes over there like that, it can move along the ground. But if the butt stays here to here, which you definitely did, that's the only way you can straighten it up.
And what
Right like that. Turn it.
what makes somebody like Couples or Nicholas hit it so high even though they're staying long? How do they get the height on the ball? What's determining that?
Well, I
always thought that was
think
the angle of descent of the club.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. What Nicholas did, it was arch in his back.
Okay.
Couples probably has arch too. Where's Faldo? See, all right, now here's probably the reason. See his angle here?
Mm-hmm.
And see how Faldo's is past the ball?
Mm-hmm.
See how he's behind?
Right.
See his right, these are the same photos. That's why he hits it higher than he does. See, he's already past the ball.
Okay,
Or
his
up to
right
the
shoulder
ball.
hangs back kind
Hangs
of.
down, and he has an angle.
Okay.
See? He has see, look how how much straighter he is here.
Right.
Look how he's curved in there. That's why it goes up.
Okay.
Just like if you were trying to hit one high, what would you do? You go under here.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's all
See,
he's
he
doing.
does this more than he does. That's
Okay.
why it goes on.
He's staying on top of it more.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Exactly. And that would be an individual thing on how he learned to play. See, he learned to play in Seattle, Washington, where you get about 3 inches of roll.
Right.
He learned to play in a 50-mile-an-hour wind. That's probably why their swings are different.
Hmm.
They're doing the same. Look at them.
Yeah, they're really...
See the butt of the club?
Mm-hmm.
It's pointing the same direction that I'm telling you got to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Both of them are the same. Look at his right hand. Look at his right hand. Same thing, basically. His is a little bit more left because he has a grip more like this.
Right.
Okay. But
That's-
it's the same moves. It's the same.
That's what you were saying before. After the impact, it'll look more cupped if they've got a stronger
If they've
grip.
got a stronger grip.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Definitely. And that shows it right there, because he's got a perfect grip. See, his grip is not strong at all, or whatever. I mean, it's not like Couples. See, his more straight up and down. See, Couples, you look at Couples' grip here.
Right.
See, he's way over. So his is going to look. See, his right hand looks more extended there at the address position. See, he looks like he has more of an angle in his right hand this way, right there. See, he looks this way.
Right.
He looks straight. That's because of his grip. So it's going to look throughout the whole swing. If they do the same thing, it's going to look different.
Okay.
You follow me?
I do.
See, these are, well, that's good. You're the ones that got to do it. See, that's what you. I don't know how everybody figures this out. I mean, some of these guys, I guess, figured it out by themselves. Some of them had people tell them. It doesn't matter, but they definitely have a clear picture of that. Now, they might not be able to explain it to you because they're going to probably, because to be a good player, you got to be stubborn, hard-headed, single-minded, channel vision type person. So you believe the way you do it's the only way in the world. That's what makes you good.
Well, okay, what I mean, I agree with that. What happens if somebody comes out here thinking they're good, stubborn-minded and pig-headed and everything, and they say, well, this is where you want to be? Do you just let them talk and let them go on their way?
Yeah, I let them talk, let them go on their way, and then I try to tell them, saying, now look, if you want to go look at some pictures, I'm telling you, everybody from Hogan, since they start taking pictures, does it the opposite way.
So somewhere along the line,
Just like you.
Okay.
See, you were this way.
Right.
I mean, I knew you were wrong. And I, not because I figured it out, but because I'm telling you, Hogan wasn't that way, Nelson wasn't that way, Faldo's not that way, none of those guys are that way, so you're wrong. That's kind of like Homer used to say, don't tell me to quit drinking until you can beat me. I know better for me than I mean, if you can beat all those guys, then you got an argument.
Right.
But ain't nobody ever done it the way you were doing that could beat those guys. Or anybody.
Maybe day here, day there, but like you said,
Exactly.
you can get lucky with
sure,
it,
but
on depression and everything, it'll do what it wants to do.
These guys play good every day for a lot of money.
Yeah, they do.
Well, not every day, but basic quote every day. No one does it ever. They're the best, and that's what I think you have to go by, the best. And you have variables that don't matter. Nicholas had a big arch. He was more like Couples. He was arched. He hit the ball high. It follows. Now, if he hit the ball low, something would be wrong. See, he's hitting the ball lower now. One reason he can't hit it as far, but he's trying to get more up because he's got a bad back. So all he does is crap at his back. Says he works out 2 hours a day, so his back won't, so he can stand up, and sit up, and stuff like that. So obviously his back's bad. And there's a perfect example that fits. Faldo was more this way, and the reason why he's played in England. And Freddie Couples grew up in Seattle, where it rains every day. So he's trying to carry it as far as he can. That's what influences you. That's why they say all guys from Texas can play in the wind. They think all guys from West Texas, but where I come from, there's no wind. I grew up in the trees.
And those things just don't matter. I mean, that's
doesn't matter. One of them hits it high, one of them hits it low. They're both good players.
But so long as
you have to hit it low,
that impact they're doing the right thing, then
they're doing the same principles.
They're working the ball the same way, and
You bet
know what
they
it's
are.
going to do.
You bet they are.
Is there a person who Jay should copy as far as his swing? Would it be Faldo? Would it be Price?
Oh, I don't think he needs to copy. He needs to copy their principles. They
just
all have
need-
the same principles.
It's not a
He
person,
has to
it's
get
the
out-
principle.
It's the principles, that's
It's the
right. And
principle.
then he'll develop his own characteristics, his own thoughts. He might be high like Faldo. That doesn't mean he can't play. Or he might be cupped like, or curved like Couples. That don't mean he can't. But those are things that don't matter.
Copy the principle, not
The principle is they both have that grip
Not
coming
that
right back
person.
here at them. And you had it going out that way. And you had deep divots and they have level divots.
Right.
And that's the reason. Okay?
Okay.
I got to run. Coach you down.